In parables, quite often Jesus spoke when he was traveling through the land. These illustrations helped his listeners a lot to better understand. What is God's kingdom like? Once Jesus asked and gave an answer. It's indeed just like a lush and sprawling mustard tree, which once emerged from a small seed. In former times a man planted the seed, and then it grew into a tree, and in its branches nested many birds. Fulfilled was the seed's destiny. In Jesus' time God's kingdom was indeed still very small, but like the seed it grew into a tree larger than all. The growth potential of the seed, it seems to be quite massive. God's kingdom also quickly grows, its growth rate is impressive. God's kingdom, Jesus asked another time, with what can it be compared? It may be pictured by a lump of leaven. A bread dough once should be prepared. A woman took the leaven and she mixed it with 3 measures of wheat flour, and soon all of the dough was leavened. It ready was within an hour. God's kingdom once was like the leaven, quite insignificant, but leavened large amounts of dough, isn't that magnificent? A great potential has this leaven, it seems to be quite massive. And like the dough, God's kingdom grows, its growth rate is impressive. God's kingdom had a humble start. It was once small indeed. When Jesus touched the people's heart, it quickly picked up speed. So Jesus had a large impact. God's kingdom grew and grew. He constantly, that is a fact, makes people's hearts anew. God's kingdom once was like the leaven, quite insignificant, but leavened large amounts of dough, isn't that magnificent? A great potential has this leaven, it seems to be quite massive. And like the dough, God's kingdom grows, its growth rate is impressive.